Our story today is called Big Woofer and the Sausages, and it starts like this. Big Woofer simply loved sausages. He didn't mind if they were big or little or thick or thin. He just simply loved sausages. If it was dinner time and he was going to be given his bowl of food, what he would do is turn his nose up in the air and woof loudly. First of all, he would woof 3 short woofs, woof woof woof. Then he would woof 3 long woofs, woof woof woof, and then 3 short woofs, woof woof woof. What he was doing, in woof words, he was woofing the letters SOS, which means send our sausages. Now, if he smelt sausages being grilled or fried, he would go, how marvellous. And sometimes when he was waiting outside the playgroup of the little girl who owned him, and her name was Minnie Scraggs, he would hear the children inside the playgroup singing, 5 fat sausages sizzling in the pan. 1 went pop and the other went bang. So there's 4 fat sausages sizzling in the pan. 1 went pop and the other went bang, and so on. And he would heave a big sigh and smile, and he would think to himself, sausage time soon. He just loved them. Now one day he was walking along the high street. He was going shopping with Minnie Scraggs, the little girl who owned him, when they could hear the terrible noise and commotion coming out of the butcher's shop. The butcher was shouting at the top of his voice, "Stop thief! Stop thief!" And Big Woofer saw a burglar, a thief, dash out of the butcher's shop, holding under his arm the butcher's cash box, in which all his money was that he'd taken for selling chops and sausages and things. Well, the robber dashed away, dodging round the other people who were shopping. But Big Woofer sprang into action. He gave an enormous bound forward, and grabbed the robber by the ankle and held on very tightly. Now the robber at the top of his voice shouted, get off, let go, let go, let go. But Big Woofer was not going to let go. He screwed his nose and his face up tightly, and he hung on as tightly as he could. Then a policeman called Police Constable Elmer came along and arrested the robber and took him off to the police station. Well, by now a crowd had gathered, and it included the mayor. And the mayor looked at all the people and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please gather at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon outside the Guildhall for a special presentation." Well, at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, everybody arrived. Minnie Scraggs was there with Big Woofer, and she had on her best straw hat with a daisy fastened onto it to make it look pretty. The mayor stepped forward and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great pleasure to bestow on Big Woofer an award for bravery. He is going to be given a medal." Well, everybody cheered and clapped and shouted, and Big Woofer was so proud and pleased, but best of all, he smiled a big smile because the mayor had brought something along very, very special. He leaned down and took out of its box a chain. On the end of the chain there was a big silver medal. But Big Woofer smiled because the chain was made of sausages. There's his medal. Big Woofer was so proud, but the minute he saw the chain of sausages, he smiled a great big happy smile and thought, good, sausages for tea today. Now, this is where we have to say goodbye to him, and goodbye to all the boys and girls who are looking at us as well. So until next time, bye-bye to you all from myself, Betty, Big Woofer, and my lovely young friend here, Alicia. Bye-bye now.